What's good, YouTube? You already know what it is, man. It's your boy 8Ball VJ, and today I'm going to show y'all how to greatly increase your win percentage throughout all game modes. Now, what y'all see here right now is just some gameplay of me playing and Park, Pro-Am, and just pretty much just gameplay. Show y'all me dominating, man. But that's not important right now, man. What's important is how to increase your win percentage. Now, the main thing you're gonna want is to make sure you make the best build. Whether you're a guard, center, forward, it don't matter. But for guards, I recommend either an offensive threat, a playmaking shot creator, or a slashing playmaker of any kind. Now, what I have and what you see here right now is a two-way slashing playmaker. You cannot go wrong with this build, man. This build is goated. You got Hall of Fame defensive badges, Hall of Fame playmaking badges, and if you made them like how I made mine, you get about 10 shooting badges along with 13 finishing badges. This build is also on my channel at the 01 Kobe build. But anyways, make sure you have either one of those, slashing playmaker, playmaking shot creator, or an offensive threat. Now, when it comes to this game is all about defense. If you ain't got defense in your build, then it's pretty much a GG. It's really hard to play defense without having defense in your build. So that's why I recommend having a slashing playmaker or a two-way slashing playmaker, because as you see there, it's easy to get steals. It's easy to like if you got a high steal and block rating, it's wraps. And you see here, I'm locking this guy up. This guy right here, he couldn't do anything with me. So that's just living proof right there for you. Now for forwards, I recommend 3-level scores, two-way sharps, rebounding wings. Those are the best small forward builds in my opinion. And slashing playmakers also. They are very dominant, man. If your dude's like 6'7", 6'8" with all the inside badges, it's really wraps, especially if you're going against guards most of the time. Because paint defense on this game is just so bad, especially if you're a point guard. There's no way you can stop anything in the paint. And for centers, it's obvious. We all know what it is. Glass, clean, and lock. It don't matter, 6'11", 7 foot. But as long as they can shoot, that's the best one in my opinion. Also, the other best build, which I made, I haven't uploaded it yet, is a 7'3" two-way 3-level score, which is basically a 7'3" stretch that can play defense. And a lot of people don't like the build I made, and this I don't get why. He's 7'3", he can snag, he can play defense, and he can shoot threes. But anyways, those are just the best builds to have from every position. Now, second most important thing is your lineup. You cannot, and I mean cannot, go to the park or the 3v3 Pro-Am with 3 builds that cannot shoot. You will not win a lot of games that way. Now, it works for some people, but it only works if your defense is on point and you just scoring every play. Now, unless you're doing that, do not play with that. Now, I recommend when you play in threes, at least 2 out of 3 people should be able to shoot threes. Now, for guards, your 1 and 2 has to be a ball handler. Don't have your 1 not able to shoot, or dribble at that, I should say that. Because if he can't dribble, then 9 times out of 10, he's not going to be able to make good playmaking decisions. He'll get ripped up a lot, and it's just going to be hard to score, especially if your opponent has Hall of Fame clamps or pickpocket. Number 2, if he's not able to shoot, then it's going to be hard for him to score, especially if you're playing with somebody else that can't shoot. So that's why it's important for everybody to be able to shoot. So if you are a point guard wants to ISO, he won't be able to if let's say you're playing with a center or another guard that can't shoot, then how's he gonna ISO if all they gotta do is help? And then they're just gonna give you the shot and you're likely gonna miss it. So make sure you have a lineup that can shoot, I recommend at least 2 ball handlers, because a lot of people run a bunch of locks, like 3 locks, and that's also a great lineup too. But I recommend, like, at least your guard has to at least be an offensive threat, slashing playmaker, or playmaking shot creator. Your 2 can go from any forward build that can shoot and play defense, or you can run another guard. But if you're gonna run another guard, you have to have a dominant big man. The big man is the backbone of the team. If your big man is trash, you're gonna lose 90% of your games. It's impossible to win with a trash big man. So make sure you make or have a big man that can snag. Like, rebounds are game changers in this game. So make sure you have somebody that can get them boards. It don't necessarily have to be your big man to get the boards. You can run a stretch at the center as long as whoever you have at your 2 can snag. But that's pretty much it for that. Another thing too, a glass cleaning lock that can shoot is probably the best build for 3s, because let's say you can't shoot. That means you have to be on point with setting them screens, man, because you have no choice but to set screens. Your guard not gonna be able to score without them. So that's why it's better for you to have shooting on your team, because it takes the pressure off of everybody, and it makes it way easier to score. Your guard can either ISO or can run a pick and pop with you, and that's deadly. Like, you know, you got to think about the mind of big men, rim protectors and all that. They don't like guarding the perimeter. They like sitting in the paint and defending the paint and snagging. And you forcing them to go out and guard the 3 is making his job difficult and making your job easier. So make sure you have that lineup, man. At least everyone that can be able to shoot. Now, I'm about to get into rec and pro-am. Now, for your rec and pro-am lineups, you mainly want to have 2 ball handlers, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to run into some sweats that just have a bunch of locks and they have their zone defenses on point. So if you don't have like a second ball handler, your point guard, unless he a god just came straight from heaven, unless he's Jesus Christ himself just going out there just giving 50 on anybody, it's gonna be difficult to score. You know, it's gonna be difficult to win at that. So make sure y'all have 2 ball handlers. When I say ball handlers, that can be anything: a slashing playmaker, or a play sharp, or play shot creator, as long as they can shoot and dribble the ball. Now, it's very helpful if you have your 1 or 2 have defense in their archetype, because it makes it easier to play defense, and you know, it makes zone defense even better. Like, and that's pretty much it for the guards. Now, for your forwards can be, you can have a shooting guard at your 3, small forward, or a power forward, as long as they got a two-way archetypes at the 3 are probably the smartest and most overpowered things to do. Like a 2-way sharp at the 3 that can lock up in your zone or your man defense, whatever you're running, and then able to shoot the 3 on a break. Come on now, who wouldn't want to play with that? Now, for your 4 and 5, you can have a stretch big at the 4, or a glass cleaning lock that can shoot 3s. That's what I recommend at the 4. Now, at your 5, if your big man's not able to shoot 3s, once again, he has to be very good and dominant at setting screens, snagging, and all that, doing all the little things to help if he can't shoot. Now, if he can shoot a glass cleaning lock at the 5, he can do a bunch of things like pick and pop, spread the court out, and you know, do all those other things with that added bonus of shooting. Now, those are just lineups and things to run, so you don't run or have a dumb lineup or run a dumb lineup, you know. Now, in the way you play, that's a whole nother thing, man. First things first, do not take no smother shots, man. Now I understand a lot of people out there have egos and all that. Like, if you want to win, man, just take some smart shots. Don't jack up anything, man. This game, I know sometimes you do see a lot of people make some contested shots, but they don't go in every single time, is what I'm trying to tell you. So, you know, just take some smart shots, and you know, that's how you like. That's the best way to play, the smartest way to play. Number 2, do not throw any turnovers. Like, people like to bait a lot. Baiting is when like somebody act like they're helping, but they're really not. They'll run back to their man, and most of the time they get the steal. So don't get baited. That's another thing a lot of comp like to do, is bait. As you can see there, my boy Jordan right there just baited. Not getting baited is like, it's kind of hard to teach. It's just basically just telling you to just not throw passes that can be stolen. That's the only way to like teach that. Like, that's pretty much it with that one. Another thing too, picking up off screens. That's just very important. If you're a big man and your guard, if you see your guard just getting killed on a pick, unless he said he got it himself, please pick up. There's no point of allowing threes. The main objective of the game is the first person that scores a 3, whether it's your team or the opposite team, all they gotta do from there on is just guard the 3. And if you make mistakes like that, throwing steals, all they gotta do is, like, we're up by 3, all we gotta do is keep taking 2s. We ain't gotta shoot no more. Like, that's basically the objective of the game, man. Score your first 3, whoever get that first 3. Then after that, guard the 3. And if they missing 3s and y'all making them, it's wraps. How can you lose that way? You see here how we playing good screen defense. You need to just know how to do this, man. In terms of playing sides, basically means to, like, you know, whoever's man is on the right, you stay on that side and guard whoever comes to the right. And your teammate, whoever's on the left, or if you're on the left, just stay on the left side. That's basically playing sides. So basically what you want to do is just pick up all screens, play sides, and it's no way you can lose like that. There's no way you can lose. So mainly, I just told y'all the secret to win every game. Just guard the 3 and just take your 2s once your teammates your opponents make mistakes. And it's like, if you do all of that, you can't lose that way. And don't do what I just did there. That will get you blocked by a lot of people. Don't do that. Yeah, don't force anything up, man. I was trying to showboat a little bit because I was scraping dude, but that's pretty much it, man. See how my big man picked up off that screen? That's how you want your big man to play, man. He needs to be on everything. Now, if you enjoyed this video or this helped you out, make sure you comment, subscribe, and murder that like button for me, man. If y'all need more tips or have any questions, make sure you comment down below, and I'm gladly answer any question for you. I'm Mayball VJ, and I'm out, man. Peace.